Hi, welcome to Room 9, our region's largest classroom. I'm Mrs. Williams. I teach first grade in the Windsor C1 School District. That's in Imperial, Missouri. This is
Mrs. Forth. Hi, everybody. I'm from the Rockwood School District. I'm excited to be here with you today as we learn a little bit about reading and math. So before we start, we really want to know,
where are you? Are you near the airport? Top Golf? Are you out at Six Flags?
That's where I live.
Yay! Are you near the Magic House? Closer to the zoo? Maybe you are close to the St. Louis Arch or the Mississippi River. That's where I'm at. I'm a little bit south of St. Louis in Herculaneum near the Mississippi River.
It looks like we have friends from all over St. Louis joining us today.
Thanks for joining us, guys.
Very exciting. Okay, let's go ahead and start with our welcome poem. I'm going to point to the words. Feel free to join along with me as I say them. Ready? Welcome, welcome, everyone. How are you today? We are so glad to be with you, learning math and reading too.
And speaking of how are you today, we need to do a zone check because before we get ready to learn, each day we check in on our body and brain. Really smart scientists that study brains know that happy, calm brains do the best learning. If you are in the green zone, that means that you are calm, you are happy, and you are ready to complete your work, help others, and reach your daily goals. And this is the hand signal. So if you are in green zone, show me you're green and good to go. If you are in the blue zone, you might be feeling a little slow and low today. You might need to draw a picture, get a hug, or think some happy thoughts to be ready to learn. Your hand signal will look like this. If you are in the yellow zone, you're maybe a little frustrated, anxious, or maybe just really excited in a good way, but not ready to learn yet. So you need to take some deep breaths, get a hug, or talk to an adult that can help you be ready. If you are in the red zone, you have flipped your lid. Your hand signal looks like this, and you're probably not learning with this right now. You're very angry or upset about something. You need to stop, get help from an adult, take some deep breaths, and check the size of your problem. So show me your hand signal. Are you green zone and good to go? I hope you are. If you are blue, yellow, or red, choose one of our strategies to help you get ready to learn.
Are you guys ready to get started today? All right, before we start, let's do our Room 9 chant. Can you read this along with us? Okay. I am smart. I am kind. I am brave. I am me. Hey, readers and writers, welcome back. Mrs. Forth here. We have been busy this week, really exercising our phonics muscles, especially thinking about word endings, which can feel pretty tricky when we're reading and writing. And we're going to keep practicing with word endings today. Remember, the word endings that we see a lot of are an S or an ES at the end of a word, ING, ED, and ER. These are the ones that we've been really focusing on this week because we see them a lot in books that we read. So right now, what I want to do is play a game using our ears again, where we think about all the sounds that are in a word. We've played this before if you've been with me, especially this summer. Like I might have said the word cat and asked you to break it apart. At, and then put it back together. Cat. Well, we're going to do that game again, but this time I chose words that have endings, those tricky endings, and we're going to practice breaking apart words with their endings. So if I say boxes, you would say b, a, s, e, s. Boxes. Did you hear each of those sounds, even with the ending? B, a, k, s, e. Super long, isn't it? All right, are you ready to try one? I'm going to say the word, and I want you to slow it down, talking like a robot, and break it into each sound that you hear. Okay, how about looking? Say the word, looking. Now let's break it apart. Ready? How many did you find? Do you want to hear me do it? Ready? k, I, Yeah, that which we've talked about before, is that, yeah, it's kind of a tricky, sticky sound. Remember when we make the n sound, the letter N? Go ahead and try it. N. You see where my tongue is? N. But in ing, when we have ing, look at my tongue. Ing, nest, ing. Does it feel a little different? Yeah. Do you want to see one more time? Okay, I'm going to say the word nest that begins with the N, but I'm also going to say ing, which we know has an N inside of it. So I want you to watch to see if my tongue's doing the same thing or something different. Ready? Nest, ing. Yeah, you didn't really see my tongue as much in the second one, did you? Because it's in the back of my throat. You try it. So we actually call that NG one sound. Because is not the same as So when you're breaking it apart, ing gets two sounds. Ready? O, k, I, You try it. O, Good job. All right, let's break apart another word. How about played? Say the word played. Let's break it apart. Ready? Good job. Let's do it together. Ready? P-O-A-D. Awesome work. Okay, reader. You guys are readers. Reader. Break it apart. Ready? Again. R-E-D-er. Awesome. One more. How about claps? Let's add the endings to it. Claps. Say the word. Break it apart. O-A-S. O-A-S. Claps. It sounds like a short word, but there was actually a lot of sounds in that word, weren't there? Yeah, claps. Okay, I think that we're going to use what we just practiced with our ears to help us write these very words. I have a new piece of paper that has some boxes on it to help us. And what we're going to do is we're going to write down all the sounds that we hear in each box and then write the word afterwards. So let's try the first one. Box. Boxes. Do you remember we started with boxes? Say boxes. Boxes. Okay, so let's go ahead. Look at me zooming in and think. What's the first sound? Go ahead and give me each sound. Ready? B. What letter? That's right. Okay, keep chopping it up. B. A. B. A. X. That's a tricky one, isn't it? Yeah. What do you think we should do? Because you hear the k and the s sound. You're right. K and s. Do you know what letter makes the x sound? An X. You know what I think I'm going to do? I'm going to actually put the X right here in between because it actually is making two sounds. The B is making one sound. The O is making one sound. But the X, it's making two sounds. So it kind of should get two boxes. Oh, that's funny. We're writing the word boxes. Okay. B-A-S. E-S. What do you think? I heard that E in there too. Boxes. S. Boxes. You want to try another one? Okay, so another word that we said together was looking. Remember that tricky sound? Let's try looking. Ready? Looking. Oh, you know how to spell look. How do you spell look? L-O-O-K. Well, I'm not just going to put them in each box. I'm going to listen to the sounds too. Ready? L. Look. What do you think's making that sound? The two O's? I'm going to put them in the same box because they're making that sound together. So just like the X got two boxes because it's making two sounds, the O-O gets one box because it's making one sound. That's right. Looking. Look. And I'm going to put the NG together. Why am I putting that NG together? Yeah, because if I put the N here by myself, what would I want to do? Yeah, but it's not making that sound. It's making the sound. Looking. You guys are doing great work. This is tricky. And I'm so impressed with how you're really thinking about the sounds that you're hearing in words. Let's try one more, okay? How about, let's do claps. Remember claps? We were like, wow, that's a lot of sounds. Let's try claps. Ready? Claps, claps, claps. You hear the blend at the beginning. Do you think it should get one box or two boxes? How many sounds are you hearing in that blend? Yeah, I would also give it two boxes. Good thinking, because you hear two sounds. Great. Claps, claps. P-S. Look at that. This one had one letter per box. Claps, claps, claps. All of these look a little different in our boxes, don't they? Let's look at this again. Ready? B, A, X, E, Z. Boxes. L, k, I, ng. Looking. Looking. Claps. Claps. Good job. You guys are really exercising the sounds that you're hearing in your ears and thinking about what you might see with your eyes. That's amazing phonics work. We keep getting stuck with one of our sounds. I'm going to show you our sounds for word endings and which ones feels the trickiest to you. Yep, that ED ending. That ED can make 3 different sounds. So I thought maybe today we could really spend some time thinking about those 3 sounds. The 3 sounds that we hear when we see an ED are D and T and ID. That's right. I wrote some words down on cards and I thought maybe we could sort them by the sounds that we heard. Are you ready? Okay, they all have that ED. What's the trick? When we see an ending, what can we do? Cover it up, figure out the word, and crash the ending to it, right? So what's this word? Spill. 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 So if I accidentally spill the milk, I might say, uh-oh, I spilled. That's right, spilled. What are you hearing at the end? Spilled. The d sound. Yeah, it sounds like it's just a D. Spilled. Great. Okay, let's try another one. Ready? Cover up the ending. Work it out. You see a snap word in there, and. So just add the l in front of it. Land, land. Now we're going to crash this ending thinking about what sound. Is it going to say d, t, or id? Ready? Land, d, land, d. That's not right, is it? Okay, let's try the t sound. Land it, land it. Let's try id. Ready? Landed, landed, landed. I landed my cartwheel. Landed. Okay, let's try another one. Ready? Cover it up. What's the word? Go ahead, stretch it out. Yell. Okay, let's try it 3 ways. Ready? Yelled. Yelled. That does sound wrong. Let's double check though. Yelled. Yelt. I yelt. Yelled. 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 Good. Okay, let's try another one. Cover it up. Let me hear you. Camp. Camp. Okay, let's try the sounds. Ready? Camped. 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 My mouth can't even really make it. Camped. It doesn't feel right. That's too hard. Let's try the t sound. Ready? Camped. Camped, camped. We camped. We camped in a tent in the backyard. Double check, id. Camped, camped, camped. Which one? Camped, camped. Okay, here's another one. I'm going to cover up the ending. What's the word? We've seen this word before. That's right. Help. Help. Okay, try them all on. Try the d, the t, and the id, and then tell me what you think. Oh, I'm hearing a lot of you say t, t, helped, helped. You helped me figure that out. Helped. Okay, let's try this one. Cover it up. Can you see it? The word is plant. Let's add the ed ending. Which one of these is it going to be? Try them all. Planted, 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 planted. Planted a garden. Planted. Okay, let's go back and read these words. Ready? All of these are going to have the d sound. Ready? Spilled, yelled. All of these are going to have the t sound. Camped, helped. And these are going to have the id sound. Landed, planted. Great job, readers. You worked really hard thinking about all of those sounds that the ending ed can make. It is a tricky one, isn't it? So I think now that you've practiced it, when you get to an ending like ed in a book, remember, cover it up, figure out the word, then try on those ed endings. What are the three things that they can say? Ed can say d, ed can say t, and ed can say id. That's right. I can't wait to hear how you do. Time to go see Mrs. Williams in math. See you tomorrow. Off you go.
Thanks, Mrs. Forth. Hey there, Room 9 friends. It's time to get growing our math brains. And today we are going to grow our brains with some more shapes. Now, we've been working on 2D shapes or two-dimensional shapes, the ones that are flat or that we wouldn't feel if we sat on. Today, we're going to learn about 3D shapes. We really are. Everybody say, I can identify 3D shapes. So if 2D shapes are flat and we wouldn't feel them if we sat on them, what do you think a 3D shape might be? Three-dimensional means we would feel them if we sat on them. Remember, we talked about 2D shapes and we talked about a circle. We said that a 2D circle is flat and we wouldn't really feel it. But a 3D shape, we would definitely feel. Now this was called a circle. The 2D shape is a circle, but the 3D shape is a sphere. Say sphere. Can you think of something that reminds you of a sphere or something that has a sphere shape to it? In real life, a pumpkin or an apple have a sphere shape. Also, our ball has a sphere shape. Good thinking. Can you think of any others? Now, anytime I think of a sphere, I think of another shape. This is a three-dimensional shape. It reminds me a little bit of a triangle because it's pointy and it kind of looks like it has three sides, but look, it's round all the way around. And the bottom of it is circular. And when you put this shape and this shape together, they make me think of a cool, sweet treat. Do you know the name of this shape? It's a cone. Like I said, the sphere and the cone definitely make me think of teamwork and an ice cream cone. Do you remember the name of this one? It's a cone. All right, I have another shape for you. This one reminds me a little bit of our friend, do you remember the four-sided shape? It has 4 points and 4 corners. Reminds me a little bit of a square. It's got squares on each side.
Now, this one is called a, do you know its name? It's a cube. It makes me think of ice cubes. Can you think of another item that would be a cube? Maybe a box? All right. This one makes me think of ancient Egypt. Do you know what it's called? It's got 1, 2, 3, 4 triangles, and it comes to a point here and at the base, and the bottom of it is a square. Do you know its name? This is a pyramid. Can you think of anything else that is a pyramid? This next shape makes me think of that rectangle. It crashed. It was a square that didn't look where it was going and crashed. Now this is the 3D version. If you were to put this on your chair and sit on it, it would not be comfortable. You would definitely know it was there. It has 2 squares and the rest are all what? Rectangles. This is called a rectangular prism. It's even got the rectangle name in its name. Say rectangular prism. Can you think of anything that might be a rectangular prism? When I think of a rectangular prism, I think of a book or a box. All right, you ready for another? This one is also a prism, and it has a 3-sided shape that we know. Do you remember the name of the 2-dimensional shape that looks like this? It's a triangle, and this one is a triangular prism. So these two have their 2D shape friend's name in them. This one was a rectangular prism, and this one is a triangular prism. Can you think of anything that is the shape of a rectangular prism? All right, one more, and I think that you will see a lot of these around you. This has a circular base and top, but it has width and depth. We would definitely know if we sat on it, so it is a 3D shape. Do you know what it's called? This is a cylinder. Can you think of some things that have the same shape as a cylinder? How about a marker or a pencil? Let's go ahead and play a little find something. All right, we're going back to the sphere. Find something that is a sphere. Is it round? Does it roll? I have a sphere. All right, are you ready for a new one? Find something that is a rectangular prism. A rectangular prism. Does it have rectangle sides and 2 squares? What did you find? I found a base 10. Hey, there's something that I just noticed about our base 10s. A base 10 is made up of 10 tiny what? 10 tiny cubes. Find something that is a cube. Find something near you that is a cube. Did you find something? Does it have equal sides? Would you feel it if you sat on it, or if it was on a flat wall and you ran your hand over it? All right. Find something that is the shape of a cylinder. It has two circle sides and wraps around. What did you find? I found a candle. It wraps around and it has two circular sides. All right, one more. Find something that is a cone. Did you find something that has a point and a circular bottom? Let me see. I found something. It's a teepee that Mason made. It's got a circular bottom and it comes to a point at the top. And if we turned it upside down, it would remind us of, if we turned it upside down and combined it with a cylinder or with a sphere, it would remind us of an ice cream cone. Great job, guys. I hope that you had fun growing your brain with me today. And I want to remind you to take your Room 9 rules with you wherever you go. Make sure that you are rule number 1, be safe. Keep your hands, your feet, and your things inside of your own space bubble so that you and the people around you feel safe and happy. Rule number 2, be responsible. Take care of yourself and your things. Make sure that you do your schoolwork and your chores around the house without arguing. Rule number 3, be respectful. Use nice words in a nice voice no matter who you talk to. Treat other people the way you would want to be treated. And rule number 4, make yourself proud. You'll know that you're proud when you have that warm, happy feeling inside when you think about the choices you're making. If you start to feel kind of yuck inside when you're thinking about the choice you're making, then stop and make a better choice. Everybody makes mistakes. Just be sure to fix it when you do. Hope that you have a fantastic day, and I'll learn with you again soon. Bye!
Teaching in Room 9 is made possible with support of Bank of America, Dana Brown Charitable Trust, Emerson, and viewers like you.